All right, we are live. Hello, it is Friday. Thank goodness it is Friday. This week was an eternal week. Oh my gosh, so long. It is March 6th, and we are playing the connections. We're playing the mini crossword. We're playing the Wordle, and we're playing the Strands. Hope you enjoy. Subscribe. Let's play. I got nothing to tell you. Usually I have a story or something. I'm so grateful. I'm just grateful that it's the weekend. Could not come fast enough this week. My goodness. Just a busy, nothing bad happened. It was just like the eternal week. I was just so ready. I'm ready for the eternal week to be over. There we go. Now we're watching live. Callie is showing all sorts of baked confections, cakes and pies and whatnot. I guess we ought to look at the connections puzzle and see what's there. See why he's sending us all sorts of baked goodies. All right, sponge, marble, sharp, wit, pound. Hold on, layer, sponge, marble, layer, pound, cake. All of those are cakes. Faculty, curtain, hash, parasite, blanket, sense, leech, cloak, number, and mooch. Okay, but I know Callie, and Callie is a chaotic good, chaotic neutral. Either way, it's chaotic. I don't know. And he may be sending me a red herring. That could be absolutely a red herring. So I am going to keep my wits about me to see if he is spoofing me here. Sponge cake, marble cake, pound cake, and layer cake. But what else is there? You know, there could be a layer, a blanket, a cloak. You know what I mean? Or how about a mooch, a parasite, a leech, and a sponge? You cannot trick me, Callie. You cannot trick me. Okay, usually you're not wrong. Usually I head face first into those red herrings, especially if you're gonna egg me on like that. No, I'm gonna be smarter than that today. Sponge cake. No, sponge is a freeloader. Very funny. Nice try. Nice try. Tyson said he lost on Wordle today. According to Wordle history, Wordle was a trap. Oh no, he says Wordle's a trap. Uh-oh. All right, well, I'm thinking layer, blanket, and... Where'd the other one go? Oh, number sign, pound sign, hash sign, right? Like a hashtag. Oh, and a sharp. Like sharps and flats. I love that. I love that. Ways one might refer to the symbol, the hash symbol. A hash, a number, a pound, and a sharp. Very clever. Very clever. A curtain, a blanket, cloak, and a layer? Okay, a blanket, a cover. A curtain of something, right? A shower. But Callie says, boo. Wit, sense, marble, and faculty. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Hey, we earned a badge today. That's today. Oh, neat. 200 perfect puzzles. That's fun. That's fun. Not in rainbow order, but just perfect puzzle, no mistakes, 200 times. That's neat. Ooh, bunt cake. Yeah, bunt. I like bunt cake. There's a beautiful Brazilian dish. It's called pudim. That's made in a bunt. It's sort of like flan, if you've ever had flan, except it comes in a bunt cake. It's delicious. All right. Well, he tried to trick me, trying to get me to guess all the cake things, but I'm smarter than that, Callie. You and your chaotic, neutral attitude towards life. I know that we are definitely trying to get me to fall into the red herring, and it didn't work. All right. Freeloader, a leech, a mooch, a parasite, and a sponge. Ways one might refer to the pound sign, right? Hash, number, pound, or a sharp, right? Sharps and flats. And then a concealing cover is a blanket, a cloak, a curtain, or a layer. A camada is a layer. And then words for lucidity in the singular. You have your faculties. You have your marbles. You didn't lose your marbles. Very funny. Oh, I'm not in my right senses. And then you have your wits about you. I need some pound cake or sponge cake or marble cake or layer cake or lava cake. Oh, bring it to my house. Okay, well, ship some to your house then. That's funny. All right, well, good. Let's do our mini crossword. See how well we do there. Making sure we're on the right page here. We'll scroll up so you guys can see it, as my graphic gets in the way. I learned that the hard way. Sorry about that. We kind of get in our own way sometimes, don't we? All right, mountains on the Evian bottle. Those are the Alps, if I'm not wrong. Sound effect for a pogo stick. Is it boing? Bert's buddy. Oh, that's Ernie. Bert and Ernie. They're roommates. Bruh. Dude. Is that right? I might have to change that. I don't know. Dude. Candy with collectible dispensers. Oh, I know that one. The Pez. Hello? Did you see that? There was like a delay. I put it in, and we got it. We got it like first try. I thought I'd have to change dude. That's so interesting. All right, let's start at the top, see what we got. You're going to try the middle one of these days. I should try the MIDI. And maybe I do today. I don't know. We've got time. People are watching. Maybe we dive in, we play the MIDI today. Is it more of the same, or is it larger words? I feel like it'll be bigger words. Mountains on the Evian bottle, the Alps. Sound effect for a pogo stick. Boing, boing, boing. Bert's buddy, Ernie. And then, bruh. Dude. Hi, dude. Candy with collectible dispensers. Pez. All right, we didn't even get to the down clues because we got only the across. Presidential nickname of the 1860s was Abe, of course, Abe Lincoln. My Sweet Lord, George Harrison song. I don't know if I've heard that song. Affix with a thumbtack. To pin up. Well, pin up kind of has a different other connotation. I don't initially think of a thumbtack when I think of a pin up. I'm just saying it may be affixed to a wall with a pin, with a thumbtack, but that's not what I think of. Like an unpleasant mocking comment, a snide comment. That's a snide comment. And then good grief. Jeez. All right. Well, what do you say? Should we play the MIDI today? That'd be kind of fun. Here, let's open it in a new tab. We'll click away. Make this go away. There we go. And we play the MIDI. Oh, interesting. That has like a weird, like a zipper on it or something. Barriers to entry. All right. Get together casually. A shindig, a party, a hop. I don't know. Replies to an invitation. RSVPs. Sorry, I'm blank. What did I miss? Sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? Arcade game pioneer. Is that Bally? Atari, maybe? Continent that hosted the 2002 and 2018 FIFA World Cups. Was that in Asia? I feel like that was in Asia. Recorded as a podcast, even though everything is digital nowadays. How about taped? Taped. Barrier for entry for some, as seen in this puzzle's colored squares. Like the red rope. What do you call that? Like a... I don't know. We'll come back. Pittsburgh NFL players. Those are Steelers. Snow day toy. How about a sled? Bird that hoots. An owl. Slime. Like goo. Maybe. I did the O and it said halfway. Sudden lefts or rights on the road. Jerking turns, maybe? I don't know if that fits. If I'm being truthful here, honestly, that's 2 letters short. Big shots on one side of the 14 across. We haven't gotten there yet. Oh, maybe VIPs? Maybe. Eastern European native is a Slav. Is that a derogatory name, a Slav? No, because there's like Slavic languages. I don't know. That just sounds kind of derogatory. Slav. Makes less hard. How about eases? Oceanfront home support. Stilt. You put your house up on stilts. Tosses with great effort. Heaves. Scary sound to hear on a nature hike, or a comforting sound to hear from a crib. A rattle. Oh, funny. A rattle. Gazed a little too long. Stared. Output from an e-cigarette. Oh, vapor. Vapor. I get it. Because it's vaping. Vapor. Makes arrangements for. Preps. Appropriate location of this answer. It's on the side. Yeah. And then velvet rope. So velvet. And this one. Fish with 800 species. An eel. Eels are weird. They taste good, depending. Middies are about said to be Monday difficulty. Oh, interesting. That's awesome. Hey, Jean-Marco's on. Sorry, I haven't even looked around to see who's on. Support that holds up the 14 across. The velvet rope is held up by a pole. Support that holds up the velvet rope. What? Would it be the same word? Who really knows anymore? Location with a rack, bench, and scale. Location with a rack, bench, and scale. At the gym? I don't know. Test for an MBA degree. Oh gosh, the GMAT or something? Carry-ons. Some small luggage. Whoa, don't do that. Carry-ons. Exhilarate with up. I don't know. We'll come back. The Eagles on sports tickers. Okay, I wonder if VIPs is wrong. I'm kind of feeling like that's wrong because Eagles. Oh no, maybe it is because it's PHI. Whoa, not on an I. Okay, maybe it's right. VIPs. Maybe that's right. Location with a rack, bench, and scale. I would say the gym. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Test for. I don't know that one. Exhilarate. To outdo. Young'uns. Sudden lefts or rights on the road. Now, I think I've got something wrong here. I wonder if this one is just incorrect altogether. Owl seems right. Owl seems right. How about sharp turns? Okay, so clearly this one is wrong. This one's got to be wrong because sharp turns feels right. And then if I'm being truthful here, that doesn't fit. Oh, I see. It's a whole phrase. To be honest. Okay. So maybe this is post. And maybe this one is also post? I said poll. Could be post. Oh. We did it. Weren't there others I had to change? Surely there was. Weren't there other ones? I think there were others that I had to fix. Right? Maybe I got all of them. Okay, let's check them just to make sure. So that took me by surprise that I got it correct. I thought I'd have to fix a bunch of stuff. Huh. Okay. Get together casually. A sesh. Like a session. Like a binge session. Sesh. Replies to an invitation. RSVPs. Rendezvous s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît. Sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Arcade game pioneer. Atari. Continent of Asia, where the 2018, I don't even know how to say numbers anymore. Guys, help. World Cups were held. Recorded, taped as a podcast, even though everything's digital. Yeah, tape is analog. We still refer to it as taping. Barrier to entry, as seen in the puzzle's colored squares. The velvet rope. Pittsburgh's NFL players are the Steelers. Snow day toy is a sled. Bird that hoots, an owl. Slime is goo. Sudden lefts or rights on the road, sharp turns. To be honest, if I'm being truthful here, be truthful. You should be truthful. Don't hide the truth. Big shots on one side of the velvet rope is the VIPs, the VIPs. Eastern European native, a Slav. Makes less hard, eases. Oceanfront home support, you'll put your house on stilts just in case. Tosses with great effort, heaves. Scary sound to hear on a nature hike, or a comforting sound to hear from a crib, a rattle. Yeah, from a bed, it's a cute little baby. From a nature hike, it's a rattlesnake. Get out of there. Gazed a little too long, stared. Yeah, nobody likes you staring at them. Come on. Output from an e-cig. Vapor. I was talking about e-cigarettes with my kids. We were driving in the car, and I was saying one time at faculty meeting, one of the assistant principals brought all of the vapes, you know, the mods and the pens and the whatever. They look like sometimes little USB flash drives, but they're something you suck on. It's gross, you know, vapor. And of course, you know, kids can't have vapes, especially not at school, and so they confiscate all of them. And he brought them out and laid them out on a table. Hundreds. Oh my gosh, hundreds of these vapes. We were all like, whoa, I had no idea. He was trying to just illustrate like what a endemic it is, right? What a problem it is at our, just not even our school, just every school, right? Kids are, you know, sneaking vapes in. Oh, take a vape, take a hit. It's gross. Passing a little flash drive around, getting a hit from a, you know, random chemical bath. You don't even know what's in those things. Don't do that. It's funny. All right. Makes arrangements for preps. Appropriate location of this answer. It's on the side. Fish with 800 species. The eel. I actually love eel on sushi. It's really good. And then, funny, both answers support that holds up 14 across. The posts, you got 2 posts. Who really knows anymore? Location with a rack, bench, and scale. The lab. I thought the gym. No, definitely a lab. We'll have like racks of test tubes. It'll have the workbench, and it will have scales. Very funny. Test for an MBA is the GRE. I think I did know that one. Isn't there one called the GMAT or something? I forget what they all. Must be an expensive black market price. Can't buy it legally. Oh, they get it from somewhere. They get it from somewhere. It's nuts. I don't know how kids even sneak in to do that. Carry-ons. Some luggage. Small luggage. Exhilarate. Oh, to rev up. Yeah, that makes sense. To rev up. The Eagles on sports tickers. You might see that as PHI for Philadelphia. Well, that's funny. We had Pittsburgh and Philadelphia in the same puzzle. To outdo. To top. Young'uns. Just take all these young'uns here. Little tykes. Cool. Well, actually, really not that bad. Not that bad. I would not mind playing that one every day. Honestly. I mean, it drew a crowd. Here we got tons more people watching, and honestly, I could see playing that one again. It was a good one. Yeah. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. Do you want to see me play the MIDI? You know, sometimes I'm going to skip it. Honestly, I just don't have time for it all the time. You know, sometimes I got to race out the door or something, and the one that I really care about is the mini crossword. But if you want to see me play the MIDI too, you know, I don't mind jumping in playing the MIDI sometimes. Could be kind of fun. Could be kind of fun. All right, let's do the Wordle. And just to make sure, yeah, we're still playing hard mode. That's a good thing. Blah, 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 blah. What do we play? What do we play? What do we play? I don't know why that one came into my head again. Ghoul. Stop. I promise you I don't cheat. I don't cheat. I have not seen the Wordle. In fact, this one may lead me astray. Tyson was saying at the beginning, he was like, oh, this one was a misleading one. Okay, well, who knows? How about... We need a U. It starts with a G. How about guard? Oop, not that. Guard. Okay, it's a GU word. GU. Guppy. Gumby. Is Gumby a word? I used to watch Gumby as a kid. Gumby? No, it's not a word. Okay. Well, in my heart, it's a word. In my heart, it's a word. Guffy. Gusty. Gusty. All right. If it gives us the Y, but only the Y, then maybe it's Guppy. Gucky. I don't know. Let's see where this takes us. Okay, it's a Y, so maybe it is Guppy. Right? What else could there be? Gunky? Gunky. We could try Gunky next if it's not Guppy. Gumpy? Is Gumpy a word? Let's try Guppy. It's not Guppy. Okay, what was the other one? Gunk? Gunky? Okay. You know, it's interesting. Usually they don't just take a 4-letter word and slap an S on the end. But I could see, like this one, just taking, like, gunk. Gunk is a 4-letter word. Usually they don't just slap a Y on the end, but they can. Honestly, they will, and they do frequently. You know, as easily as you could say gunk, you could also say gunky. I don't know. Of all the words, gunky, like, I don't know. Oh, I could have said gummy. Oh, why didn't I say gummy? Why didn't I say gummy? Why wouldn't I have said gummy? That's so interesting. All right. The voice inside my head said to start with the word ghoul, which was actually super helpful. I started with a G, and it gave us a U. And then I tried guard, which gave us the G and the U in the right place. And then we tried... Let me go back to this. We doing good over there? Okay, I got to check all my windows occasionally just to make sure everything's honky-dory. Then we tried Gusty, right? On a blustery day, it's gusty. And then we tried Guppy, which it wasn't Guppy either, but it did give us the Y for Gusty. And then I tried Gunky, and I really could have guessed Gummy, by the way. I really should have. Tyson said Donut, and then Bunny, Funky, Punky, Hunky, Junky. Oh, man. But no, that was pretty lucky of me to put a G at the beginning, because that told me the G went at the beginning. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten stuck in that. Punky, Hunky, Junky, Funky, all those. That's crazy. Yeah, it's easy to get stuck into some of those. All right, Strands. Let's do it. That's dedication. Boy, that's really some dedication. That's, I see an ER. Like effort. There are two F's next to each other. I see an F here and an F here. That's dedication. Someone that's dedicated to things, a follower of something. Enthusiast, like a devotee. Is devotee in there? Devotee, there we go. Fan. Huh. Your biggest fan. Stan? Stan, like the old Eminem song? Dear Stan? Lover. Okay, why would Stan refer to a devotee? Your biggest fan. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Your Stan. All it's referring to is that Eminem song called Stan. Stan meaning an overzealous or obsessive fan of a particular celebrity. Oh. He has millions of stans who are obsessed with him and call him a rap god. Okay, but that's as of Eminem's song, right? The term stan comes from Eminem's 2000 song Stan about a dangerously obsessive fan named Stan, blending the idea of stalker and fan. Who writes increasingly frantic letters. Yeah, I know. I remember the story. Stan is not a true story based on a specific person or event. The character and his actions are fictional. Well, thank goodness. It doesn't end well. I don't know if you've heard the song. The origin of Stanning does not come from the Eminem song. You only used one hint. Okay, but SG, you got to tell me, you lost in the Wordle. Did you fall into the same trap of the junky, hunky, gunky, all those punky, all of those? Okay, so and funky. Hunky, junky, funky. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably fell into that trap today. I got super lucky and I guessed a word with a G at the beginning. Um, should have done junky, gunky. That's okay. Don't live a life of regrets. You know. All right, Callie. I hope you are either typing something right now to back up your claim, or you are Googling it to learn what the true story is. Whatever it is, I need to know. Does come from the Eminem song. Okay. To stan, as in being a fan of someone, does come from the Eminem song. I don't love the connotation of being a stan, because I mean, of course, the guy's name was Stan, but it was a fictional story. What it really meant was that they were a stalker fan, someone that's just like obsessive, right? Not just they're a big fan, but like they were like, had like weird intentions. It's the same reason I lock my broadcast studio door every time we do a broadcast. Like it's available for everyone to see as they walk by in the hallway, but I lock the door because all it takes is one wackadoodle to go, oh, now's my big break. I'm gonna go out with a bang because I want to make a big splash, and then something crazy happens and we're live on the air. Because some wackadoodle wanted to do something. So I close the door. I lock the door. I kind of guard who comes in and out. It's why there are, security guards everywhere at different venues. Sure, they're fans, but they're like more than a fan. Like a fan, but in a bad way. Like a destructive fandom. I don't know. I've never had that. I've never had someone like a devotee kind of thing like that. I do love you guys, and I love that you chime in every day, and I love that you like watch me every day. But you're not gonna know my deep dark secrets. You're not gonna. There's this thing called a parasocial relationship. I've learned about this. It's like a psychology thing. A parasocial relationship is to have sort of that like. It's sort of the relationship that we have, right? Have we ever like gone to lunch together? No, you watch me on the internet. You know what I mean? Like it's not the genuine connection that that often a one-on-one, face-to-face, true friendship has, right? That's called a parasocial relationship. That we continue, and I love, we talk with each other, and I love that kind of thing. So, it's like friends from a distance, I guess. I don't know what to call it exactly, but it's fine. It's all good. I would hire Tyson as my security guard. I don't know. Should I? Do I need that? You'd be my muscle. All right. Well, today's Strands was that's dedication. Your biggest fan. Dear Stan. And then a lover of something, a follower, an enthusiast, a devotee. These are levels of mania, levels of dedication. Charge me $50 per hour. Parasitic relationship. You're the parasite. Miller's the host sugar daddy. Oh, don't call me that. Don't call me that. Oh, heavens. That's funny. Awesome. Well, good. Let's recap our answers. We even did the MIDI today. That was pretty fun. If you like what you see so far, give this video a like. Consider subscribing because we do this every day, right? Just when I get home from work, I do the puzzles and we have a good time. We're going on just about 35 minutes right now, which means that maybe I do have time every day to do the MIDI. The reason I put off doing the letterboxed anymore is because the letterbox did take a long time each time. I'd sit there and kind of stare at it for a long time, and I got it eventually, or with some help from the audience, from the chat. But I found a lot of times I'd either get kind of stuck in a rut and I can't think of what to do, or I'd get tilted and I'm like, this isn't fun anymore, and it wasn't as engaging for you guys. So if you find the MIDI engaging, tell me in the chat, and I might consider a course correction a little bit and do the MIDI and the mini, right? We may do both. Who knows? If you hoot and holler enough, I might even do the Sudoku. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have time for a Sudoku right now. That would take a while. That's kind of one you do on an airplane when you got nothing better to do. Yeah. All right. Well, you did see that I had the red herring, right? Here, so recapping a little bit. The very first thing in the chat today was right there. Callie was like, "Oh, look at all these different types of cake." It went black again. I don't know why it ducks out like that. I'm so sorry that happens. I don't know why it does that. It's my ATEM. It's my my black magic switcher that goofs up every once in a while. So sorry for that. I really don't know why it does that. But yeah, he sent me all sorts of cake as emojis as the very first chat there. It was a red herring. Don't fall for it, right? Sponge cake, pound cake, layer cake, marble cake, angel food cake. Oh, have you ever had an angel food cake? Ooh, lucky. Today was $9.99. That's funny. Tomorrow's connections number 1,000. That's cool. All right, a freeloader, a leech, a mooch, a parasite, a sponge. Ways one might refer to the hash sign, right? You call it a hash, a number sign, the pound sign, sharp, right? If you're doing music, it's the sharps and flats. Love that. Let's see. The green was concealing cover, a blanket, a cloak, a curtain, or a layer. And then words for lucidity in the singular. Your faculties, you have your marbles, you have your wits about you, you have your senses. All right, I'm seeing my chat move over here, but for some reason I'm not seeing my chat move on this one. Oh, there it is. I had to refresh the page. You saw blue after getting one away. Your orchestra years kicked in. What did you play in orchestra? I'd love to hear. I played concert euphonium and, golly, what did I play? I played trumpet for 1 year, and then they switched me to low brass. And then, I've played the drums more in like a rock band setting, not in a concert band setting. Should try peanut butter and salsa. Cake! Oh, now you're pushing it. Now you're pushing it. Oh, SG, you played second violin? That's awesome. Yeah, your second fiddle. That's awesome. Well, we have our wits about us today playing these puzzles. I love it. All right. Mountains on an Avion bottle. The Alps. Sound effect for a pogo stick. Boing, boing, boing. Bert's buddy Ernie. Dude, bruh. Candy with collectible dispensers. The Pez. And I only did the across, and I got it correct. I didn't even look at the down. That's pretty cool. We got it in 33 seconds. Insane. Presidential nickname of the 1860s, Abe. Honest Abe. My Sweet Lord. George Harrison song. I'm going to have to listen to that when I'm done here, because I don't know that one. I know George Harrison, but I can't think of that one off the top of my head. To affix with a thumbtack. To pin up. Pin up. I mean... Like an unpleasant mocking comment, a snide comment. Good grief. Jeez Louise. All right, and then we did also play the MIDI, which we got in 6.5 minutes, just under 7 minutes. Pretty awesome. Get together casually, a sesh. Replies to an invitation, RSVPs. Sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Arcade game pioneer, Atari. Continent that hosts the 2002 and 2018 FIFA World Cups, Asia. And then in 2004? 2006. I think it was 2006 it was in Brazil. Oh, life just absolutely came to a halt during that. That was crazy. Nothing else happened. Everyone's just at at their house or at a local bar or something, just watching the games, just watching all the soccer matches. Football, excuse me. Football. Recorded, taped as a podcast, even though everything's digital nowadays. Tape is an analog thing, but everything's digital now. Barrier to entry for some, as seen in this puzzle's colored squares, the velvet rope. Pittsburgh Steelers, the NFL team. Snow day toy, a sled. Bird that hoots, an owl. Ew, goo, slime. Sharp turns, sudden lefts or rights on the road. if I'm being truthful here, to be honest, big shots on one side of the 14 across of the velvet rope, the VIPs. I'm having a hard time reading today. I don't know. I need to go to bed, maybe. I just need to work and go to bed. No, I just go to bed. Eastern European native is a Slav. To make less hard, to eases. Oceanfront home support. You might put your house on stilts. Tosses with great effort, heaves. Scary sound to hear on a nature hike, or a comforting sound to hear from a crib. Rattle. Rattlesnake or rattle baby rattle. Gazed a little too long. He stared. It was awkward. It was weird. Output from an e-cig. Vapor. Makes arrangements for. Preps. Preps for. Remember, in parentheses, it means that it works for the answer or the clue or the answer. Appropriate location of this one. It's on the side. Fish with 8. Does it really have 800 species, the eel? Huh. I want the edible one. Give me the edible. Smoked eel. What species is that? Support that holds up the velvet rope. Post. It's funny they put the same answer twice for comedic effect. Who knows? Who really knows anymore? Location with a rack, bench, and scale, perhaps. A lab. I thought gym. No, it's lab. Test for an MBA degree, hopeful. The GRE. Let's see. Masters of Business Administration. The GRE. The General Returns of Economics. I'm going to look it up. I actually don't know what it stands for. What does GRE? The Graduate Record Examinations. Graduate Record Examinations. Okay. Now you know. Now you know. I didn't know, but now I know. Carry-ons. Some small luggage. Lug the luggage. Exhilarate with up. Rev up. The Eagles on sports tickers. PHI, Philadelphia. To outdo, to top. Young'uns. Those are tykes. All right, and then we got lucky guessing ghoul at the beginning. It gave us a G in the right place and the U somewhere. And then we said guard, and it put the GU at the beginning. And then it was gusty, that put a Y at the end. Guppy, it wasn't guppy either, and I said gunky. I was running out of ideas, and luckily I had not guessed I had gotten the first letter first, because maybe I would have fallen into that trap that you guys fell into, saying junky and what else did you say? Hunky? Punky? Wonky? I don't know. What else? That's a good one. All right, then we finish it off today playing the Strands. That's dedication. Your biggest fan, right? We said Stan. Stan is that derivative of that Eminem song, Stan. Lover, follower, a devotee, stan, an enthusiast. And if you are an enthusiast of what we're doing here, if you would give this video a like, consider subscribing, because we do this every day. I love that you guys are my followers. Don't be my stans, though. That's a little too much. Don't be my lovers either. I've already got one of those. A devotee for sure, an enthusiast for sure, and hopefully just simply a subscriber. So if you like what you see, be one of those devotees and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one. See you guys.